Sensen Networks is Subhash Challa. Subhash, good to see you. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you doing?
Doing very well. Look, thanks for your time. This deal here to acquire ScanCam, which you've announced today, you've described this as an important strategic acquisition. Tell us a bit more. Why so?
ScanCam is an Australian startup company that started out in Western Australia. And they have been solving a very important problem for retailers in general, but fuel retailers in particular. And this is one of the problems that I was excited about almost a decade ago. In fact, I was promoting that this problem could be solved and can be solved with modern day technology. And when we even did some POCs back in 2012. So it's very exciting to see another business that is shared the same vision and actually executed the business to a point where they have 250 odd service stations enjoying the benefits of this technology. And there are 6,500 more to get. So it's a great business which executed, proven the concept at scale. And we feel like by combining the technology with Sensen and giving them the ammunition to go and acquire those remaining 6,000 odd petrol stations is a great service to the community. It addresses a very important problem of reducing theft. When people come in, put a petrol in and drive off, there's no recourse right now, and ScanCam solves the problem.
That's what I was going to say, drive-offs at service stations. Just how much of an issue is it?
It is. In fact, just in Australia alone, it's a $60 million per annum problem. And when you take it broader and say, this is just a little tip of the iceberg, broader retail theft in Australia is a $9 billion problem. And globally, it's a $60 billion problem. So US, that too, okay? So the strategic nature of the acquisition is that while we address a very important close to home problem, the vision of Sensen is to take this opportunity not only to expand and rapidly scale the problem within Australia, but to take it to the globe and to a broader retail market, because retail theft is direct, money out of the door, and there's no recourse and no easy way to address it. So that is why it's a very exciting opportunity for us and for retailers actually as well, because Sensen prides itself in solving real problems to real customers, and almost problems that are once considered impossible to solve. And ScanCam is actually took a piece of the problem that I was really excited about many years ago. And but we had to focus on smart cities, we had to focus on casinos. So we kind of left it for other people to solve. and when we ran into ScanCam, it was an exciting synergy, and said, technology has come along a long way, and by combining forces, we could scale it up much, much faster.
Tell me a bit more about the transaction itself.
It's 6.5 million upfront, out of which 1 million is cash, and 5.5 million is in stock. It's rated at VWAP prices. At the time all these permissions and other voting is completed, about a month from now or so. And there is an opportunity for ScanCam shareholders to earn a bit more if they can actually deliver ARR in excess of $3 million per annum in a couple of years from now. So it's like there is something for them right now, but if the technology keeps up and their promise keeps up, and we both can exploit the market the way we think, I think it'll be a great return for shareholders, for everybody, not just their shareholders, but all of us.
And you say full year 21, ScanCam were moderately profitable, were they?
Yeah, they're like a break-even, moderate profitable, because the books are not audited yet. We can't confirm, one way or another. But based on our own due diligence, they're very close to break-even. We strongly feel that the momentum is so high, even without Sensen, that they would be doing similar numbers or more in the next financial year. But one of the great opportunities that we have here is Sensen invented a product called Gemini, which was a smartphone that would do lots of analytics. And the whole reason we invented was to cut down the cost of infrastructure. We were using it in smart cities and providing those technologies to car park managers and city council managers and so on. In fact, we won City of Las Vegas on the back of Gemini. And the same technology, incidentally, can actually disrupt this ScanCam business pretty significantly, because their upfront costs right now in trying to get cameras fitted out to fuel stations and so on is in fact a barrier in selling the product fast. Like, everybody knows the theft is a big problem, but somebody got to invest 20,000-30,000 upfront and then recurrent revenue on top of it. It's like a little bit of a slow uptake. But if we can make the upfront cost zero, like we did in Gemini, we believe the uptake will be higher and the SaaS revenues can be higher proportionately. So we feel that synergy of our ability to bring down the cost of infrastructure will speed up the revenue and increase the ARR. So it's like, it's a marriage waiting to happen. I think it just was a very good timing for us, and also it's a good future for the people who came up with ScanCam and executed the business.
And of course, your recent acquisition here, Snap Network Surveillance. How's that integration?
Yeah, it's amazing when you really look at in 6 months, we have been able to do 2 acquisitions and at very good value to the shareholders of Sensen, but also a good home for the people coming from Snap Surveillance as well, and hopefully for the ScanCam team that is coming on board. But if you look at Snap Surveillance, the technology was all about tracking people across multiple camera networks. If you look at ScanCam, they're tracking vehicles across multiple petrol stations. So with ScanCam, they're tracking people, but via vehicles going around. And Snap is about tracking people within the camera network. And by combining those two, we are able to deliver more comprehensive retail theft solutions. SenTrack, which is a version of Snap, which is integrated into Sensen, and ScanCam, which is what we are bringing in on board, with adding our Gemini technology on top to make the cost nearly zero. It becomes a holistic solutions for the customers, I think.
Subhash, what can you tell us as far as what you're working on currently? What's coming up as far as news from you?
We actually have been more busy than ever in COVID. Everybody thought COVID is a killer, and of course some people, businesses have been affected. But from Sensen point of view, we have been busier than ever. We're growing more in US and Chicago, and we announced and gave some details of that. But we also can tell you that there is a lot coming in Australia too. So we are so close in many opportunities. We wish to update our shareholders much faster than what we're able to because of regulations and everything. But I can say that the momentum is very high, and we're really excited about the future.
Good to see you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.